If you're looking for the most profitable niche in design, then it's probably web design. The number one most asked question is, what tools do I actually need to get started? And you only need two types of softwares. Number one is a design software. The industry go-to and standard now is Figma. I started off learning with Adobe XD because it integrates really well with the whole Adobe ecosystem and it's part of your Adobe Creative Cloud plan if you already have that. But Figma is easy to pick up as well and it is free to get started. So all you have to do is literally go onto YouTube, search like a beginner Figma course or a beginner XD course. Figma actually has a lot of like tutorials themselves, but if you're looking for something a bit more robust, there's two places that I went to. Number one is Skillshare. They have a lot of really good courses. And the number two place is Flux Academy. So their courses are a little bit more pricier, but it is really good. I took a Figma course and they have like a lot of other courses that really narrows in on web design. So they are a really good resource to explore. And then number two is a development software. And this is more like your web builder platforms. If you're someone who's a design background, then I suggest going with Framer. This is my love and go-to. I actually started off developing on Webflow first. And that one, to be honest, it is powerful, like very powerful. Like developers love it, designers love it. But the caveat is you do need to have some understanding of code, of HTML, of CSS. And if you are curious about building like the most robust sites ever while being a designer and not like knowing super heavy code and not having a development background, Webflow could be really fun to play with if you're someone who's likes tinkering, likes the details and wants to dive into code. I started there, but it just slowed me down quite a bit because, to be honest, I think my strength is still the visuals, the design side. So then I pivoted to Framer, and now in my studio, I only work on sites in Framer. Or the other alternative, if you're doing e-commerce sites, the golden standard now is Shopify. And I did a lot of research, and this is what I've come to in my studio to recommend clients. I do Framer for just like portfolio sites or service-based business sites because it's really easy to update, maintain. It's silky smooth, like easy to navigate. If you understand platforms like Figma, then Framer is actually quite intuitive to pick up. I also suggest doing like a quick course just to get your brain around how everything works because it's not like a free-flowing canvas. It does abide by the rules of web where everything is in this like the box model, but it is like crazy cool and you can get really creative with like animations and things like that. But Shopify is something that I struggled with for a few years because on Shopify, usually the go-to is you just select one of the templates and you customize it. But I found that it is quite limited in your ability to customize things. So I've steered away from e-commerce sites for the longest time ever until one of my dream clients, Haven Coffee, who's based in Sydney, they literally are my dream client and they wanted an e-commerce site. So I was like, okay, I have to make this happen for you and I have to build it to the highest quality possible. And I need this to be fully customizable to do their brand justice. So I did so much research and found Instant Page Builder as the solution. Like I explored so many different options. I was honestly so stressed that I couldn't find something that could deliver the results I want until I found Instant Page Builder and I've built Haven's site on it. You can see here, it's beautiful. And essentially what you do is you just build it on Instant. And what it does is it converts it into Shopify liquid code. Essentially the interface is quite similar to Framer, but it's not as like powerful in some sense of animations and things like that. But everything I've wanted to do, I've been able to do on Instant Page Builder. And essentially it just translates to liquid code and then you just publish it straight to Shopify. And this is such a hidden gem that I don't think many people know about. And I actually booked a demo call and it was the founder literally who jumped on the call. I actually do have a cheeky little link on the left for you to check out. But honestly, like this is the hands down best platform to go ahead and do custom designs if you want to work with Shopify. So now we've talked about the tools and technicality side of things. Now I want to talk about the beginner fundamentals of how to get started. You really need to hone in your skill. And the thing is, web design is really cool in a sense that you don't need to reinvent the wheel. I highly recommend you going on websites like Awards with 3Ws, and they have like the coolest award-winning sites. But another really cool source of inspiration that you can go to learn about like the really golden standard of web design is going to like Webflow templates or Framer templates, because those are built by really good agencies that's designed to work really well in terms of like conversions or user journey and flow. So just really analyze them. And I suggest you to like literally like screenshot the pages and put it together and just dissect, okay, so this is what a hero section looks like, this is what a call to action section looks like, and just get familiar with like the fundamental principles of how it works. How do the big headings look? What are like the different text sizes that they usually use? Like how big are the heading text? How small are the body text? And just really like get geeky about it. Also, Pinterest is really good and it's still my go-to. I know people are like, oh, get more creative, don't just go on Pinterest. But there's a lot of like really beautiful websites that you can reference and like kind of dissect. So that's where I recommend you go. Another really, really good resource is called Flowbase. Essentially, I found them because I purchased a Webflow template from there like years and years ago, but they also have like a monthly subscription where you can literally clone like website sections into Figma or into Framer or into Webflow. And you can see how like all the best sites, they're actually built upon like the same building blocks. You just kind of tailor the brand according to your clients. And that's like another tip when it comes to the design and visual side of things, is I always do a branding project before moving on to a website project. It is optional for you, but I do find a lot of clients like come into web design or a website project thinking that you're just going to like revamp their brand as well. And you can do that, but I think that is kind of really condensing what should be 2 projects into one. So I always say if you want a website, perfectly fine. But let's take a look at your brand first. And if they have like a really polished brand already, then I might say, okay, fair enough. But usually the businesses that approach you or the businesses you reach out to is probably because they have a lot of room for growth aesthetically in terms of their brand and website. So say, hey, like, I know this might not have been part of your initial budget, but like if we do a rebrand, it can actually elevate it so much more. And I actually make this a non-negotiable now. We have to do a brand first. And once I show them what the before and after is, usually they're like, okay, I'll just do the essentials. I'll do the small mini package and then we move on to the website, and they've never regretted it. So that's something as well. And then finally, let's move on to the business side of things. Like, how do I actually make money? Well, the first thing you need to do is actually showcase proof. So have some self-initiated projects. You can actually work with dream clients and reach out to them and say, I'm trying to build my portfolio in web design. I see that your website can do with some of a revamp. Are you happy for me to go ahead and like redesign your website for you? Maybe we can even jump on some calls and to like tailor this for you. If they're open to it, great. If they're not, that's totally fine. You can design a website and a brand without their permission and just label it as a concept project. And the thing is, clients genuinely do not care because they just want to see that you can design the output. Like the designer that I hired for in my studio, I know a lot of her projects were just concept project, but that was enough for me to demonstrate that she has the knack for it, she has the skill set, and she can implement it. So first of all, build your portfolio. And then what you need to do is actually go ahead and like reach out to dream clients. And that is what like holds a lot of people back. A lot of people just wait for people to approach you. But web design is one of those things that's actually quite easy to sell. Every business needs a website, and it actually directly relates to conversions, to getting businesses new clients, getting businesses sales, especially like e-commerce. That website is literally what's making them money. So I think like this is an industry that is only going to grow. And a lot of people are concerned about like, is AI taking over? Like, I know there's a lot of platforms that can just like do like one-click website generation. But the thing is, right now I've tried to explore those platforms. And the thing is, you can actually leverage it if it actually becomes good enough. But I found that none of them give you the granular control over like tailor creating every single aspect of it. I think where AI tools will really shine is helping you do wireframes, which is like sketching out the initial sections, like how pages will look like doing the whole like scaffolding of the website. So think about building a house, you're kind of just drawing out the floor plan first. So it can really help you flesh out the floor plan. It can even help you with the copy. Like now we used to have clients like hiring copywriters that cost a couple $1,000s per project, but now with ChatGPT and with a knowledge of their business, because we do like a really robust brand strategy and website strategy session. So I can like tease out exactly what is a tone of voice, what do they want to convey, like what is the desired outcome, and then I actually generate the copy using the help of ChatGPT. And this way it actually saves clients a lot of money and it saves you a lot of time. And also you can kind of have that as a bonus. We also include copywriting because left to clients' own devices, it takes forever for them to come up with their own copy. So it just like makes the process so much better. So AI can actually be a huge like leverage for you to use. So I'm really excited for what's to come. And I'm going to film more videos like delving into all the different aspects of web design. I genuinely like love this. And you can also just offer design on its own, and then you can partner with a developer for them to do the implementation. But there's like so much to dive into. So if you have any questions on what you want me to film a separate video for, just drop it in the comments below and I'll definitely do one for you. If you enjoyed this video, I know you're going to find this one on the left really helpful. If you prefer listening on the go, we also have a podcast version called Brand Creator Podcast. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.